Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway here in London. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Play action. Now Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darren Stingley picks it.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. There you go, Charles, his first NFL pass, and it goes for a completion.
And you know that they thought about this before even calling the play, right? Let's get him his first completion. Let's get it out of the way, because we expect bigger things from him going forward, but take care of the small stuff first.
A gain of 13, it's a first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down now, it's Watkins, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Out of the gun now on third down. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. On first down, Watkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bulldogs are on the board here first in the season opener. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Jackson going up top. it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Rhodes. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 31 yards there and a 1st down. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. For their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rhodes. Touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the runs in the huddle doing the chirping, right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Let's go now.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now back to throw. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On the ball, on the ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Watkins, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Hold the ready.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Quickly completed to the right flat, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Dameon Pierce.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Bulldogs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jackson on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
And that one's spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Up the middle they go. It's Watkins. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Jackson on second down. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. On first down, Rhodes. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On third down, Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give them 32 on the play.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line.
back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the set. Check pass. Check pass. Ready.
On second down, it's Watkins, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Adafe Owe in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
The pass rush pressure is really starting to increase on the quarterback now. They bring him down for a sack and a big loss and back him up further as he tries to lead a scoring drive in a 1-possession game here late.
Back to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run on 1st down. Watkins. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bulldogs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Now, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Jackson running again.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 41 yards.
And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Watkins. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He'll look to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for two. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for two. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
They'll start with the option. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week one and week two. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Baltimore, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the one-point victory here in the opener. And they'll get another road day next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Londoners, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things.
I told my boss.